Hey chat, how are we doing today? I have not made enough of my way through the course just yet to do the full walk cycle animation. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm basically just gonna redo the walk cycle that I did last stream, more or less. But there's also a couple of other things. I'm going to be pulling up just a quick thing here on Obsidian. So channel point ideas. So I'm going to be making a list of ideas for channel points. And I'm going to have them all bundled up over here. I'll just quickly... Oh, there we go. So I'm going to have this off screen. I'm just going to write down ideas. So if I come up with things on stream, or if somebody wants to mention something to me about what they might like to see in terms of channel points, I will write it down just so I have a list of stuff for when I invariably get channel points. So as it turns out, the only thing I'm missing is having 3 average viewers per stream. Which, I mean, it's completely understandable considering the fact that I have not streamed regularly over the years, so obviously there's not going to be a whole bunch of people watching my content. But you know what? That's all good. So, make sure the antenna is hidden. And we're actually just going to do this again. So, hide the mouth. Mouth doesn't need to be visible. All those are hidden. I'll probably hide the root bone as well because I don't need that. Alright, now, it's time to pull up this again. And pop the image editor. I'm going to find an actual walk cycle this time around. Hopefully one that doesn't have that stupid upturned, like downturned foot thing. It actually does seem to be quite common. I wonder why. So I'm just going to have a look through here for some more references. That's... Okay, that's interesting. That's a 45-degree angle reference, I think. No, it can't be. What? I thought for a second there it was a 45-degree, but no, the feet are just positioned so weirdly. Like, why is that a thing? Alright, we'll give it another try at least. I love how all these are just so blatantly exaggerated too. Like, no person walks like this. Like, you're not walking at that point, you're skipping. Oh, okay, I see. Hmm. Well, this one has things like body tilt as well. Not as useful when it comes to a character that's only a bull on 2 legs. Though that does... It might prove my point from where the body is tilted opposite to the way the leg is. Interesting. Okay, maybe my initial reference image was fine. Alright, let's try using this reference again, but this time not being so damn silly about it. Alright, so, first, grab all of these, and I want to make sure that I get this correct. Selected bones only, and insert keyframe there. And then do available key. Cool. So, first thing to work on, obviously, is the largest point of movement, which is the legs. I'm gonna start putting down some markers would be a good idea. So make this the contact 3. Oh. Marker there. Actually, this would probably be better. Oh. First of all, that's supposed to be pass. But this one's actually supposed to be up. And make sure I duplicate this last one. 24. Make sure that this thing's at 24. Tell the render output is. There it is. I always get that wrong. Now I can start this. This one on the other side. B and oh, what have I done? How the? Oh, I haven't set the. It'd probably be helpful if I did that. I'm sorry? Okay, I guess. Just insert keyframes to the... 117 is a bit much, don't you think? Oh, it's probably for all the rotations and whatnot. Okay. Alright, so now I should be able to copy this. Alright, so we've got that. It's doing a cute little shuffle. Alright. Need to change the position of the body here. And then so that would be that. I'm going to do the passing frames next. So I'll do that. bit silly how, like, with just, I think that's 5 frames, you get something vaguely decent. Like, you have to do a lot of polish, but, like, if you were into doing low effort stuff, like, this is not difficult. Alright, let's do the low. This. I pass. Wait a minute. Hang on. Oh, good lord! I accidentally removed all the passing information. Whoops. Okay. I just realized that all those are in the wrong position. That is the header. And then up is Kinlo. Hey Foxy, how you doing? I'm just doing more practice on this. EP? I mean, yeah, same. C, and then Shift D. Make sure this is copy and paste it over. And now I need to Shift E. Yes, it is. Good. I actually remembered what the thing was for this time. Alright, so that's not bad so far. Just grab the annotation tool just so I can accurately get the heights on things. Oh, Foxy, I'm taking more suggestions for channel point ideas. Woke up 2 times in the night, been up since before 8 AM and have been with my boyfriend all day out and about. I mean, sounds like a very tiring time, to be honest, Foxy. So that's the low position. Whoopsies, I forgot to do that. So that's there. And that actually needs to be at the highest point. We'll sleep soon, fair enough. Come on. Actually, like that. No. That's one duplicate the speed. So now I can grab this. Get that over to the passing one. Make sure clear cycle for all these. Shift makes. Why is this? I'm sorry? I'm sorry, Blender, do you have something against me, actually using the software? Make cyclic, please. Thank you. Took my socks off because feet were doing the usual shit by being red and hot, and Toby decides that they're his pillow. So if my feet get cold, I can't get my socks. Honestly, I feel like Toby would be warm enough in body heat for you to not need socks, but that's just me. Okay, so I fixed the height. So stop walk. Save as stop walk cycle look around. I will send picture, sure. Also, did you like the video that I sent you earlier? I saw it in the YouTube recommended right before stream started, and I procrastinated stream for a solid couple of minutes just so I could watch that particular video. I have no idea why it's so funny to me, but it is. Alright, next I should probably do... Yes, I love now. I mean, to be fair, like, I feel like if there's any time to use that particular joke, it would be for that. Oh, Toby's stolen your socks, not your feet. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that's unfortunate for you. I don't know why I misinterpreted that as Toby sitting on your feet. Okay, so... Contact. Let's start with this. Further up. In fact, I probably even want to grab this. So he is also on my pillow, so you can't rest either, unfortunately. Passing. Up. I want to move this. Like, it doesn't need to be that high up. Which he is weighed down because of how heavy he is. That's really unfortunate. So what, you've got a flat pillow because Toby is just laying on it. I'm even joking, he's literally a brick. He is stiff and heavy, and he ain't even chonky. He's also the color of a brick, to be honest, so I could see how you'd make that distinction. Alright, so... action editor... Ooh, the encoding did not like that one. You want to stop complaining for a second there, OBS? Let me do my job. Also posted that pic in your whole images channel because why not me? Fair enough. No reason why you can't. Oh, chat. Something I've been thinking about doing too. So I have a playlist on YouTube, right? And I don't know if this constitutes bribery. It probably does. I could not give less of a shit though. So I have a playlist on YouTube called Animation Stuff. And yo,
let's create fur in Blender. Give your object.
Shut the fuck up. I thought that was just gonna open the page for the playlist and not actually just straight up play the video. What the fuck is wrong with you, YouTube? Why would you do that? Anyway, yeah, you've got a little verbal preview here. So I have in my possession this playlist. 129 videos. Probably going to have even more videos later on down the track. I am willing, in exchange for getting the ability to access channel points, so I can do all the fun stuff I want to, I will make this publicly available so everyone can see this playlist. And all the deranged... Let's create fur in Blender. Yeah. Like, that's not exclusively, like, the only thing. Like, you can see things like texture stretching, fur, shattering objects, textured lights. I'm willing to let people, like, see the playlist and all the deranged stuff that I add to it in exchange for the ability to use channel points on Twitch. That's it. That's my only condition. I mean, hey, you could only joke about what you yourself are inflicted by, huh, Foxy? Alright, so walking's fine for now. Okay, I don't think there's too much knee popping going on here. I probably do want that foot to turn a bit faster though. I've gotten all the foot positions I think. So the other main thing I need to keep in mind once I'm ready is I want to do a little bit of flopiness on these toes, but that's about it. Alright, let's do a little bit of the fun stuff. Oh, I didn't turn off the... Whoopsie, that's my bad. Side panel. Please. I don't want the eyes. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab all the eye ones. I'm going to delete those. Because I do not need the eyes. Just like I don't need the mouth. Now, I don't know what any of this shit does. I do know that I may need it at some point, but not right now. So yeah, I am willing to release all the animation ideas. Well, not ideas. I do have a separate...
Let's create fur
my God,
in Blender.
Can you please
Give
be
your...
quiet? Thank you. Rude ass thing. I have a secondary folder. Did some Gmax and Teleon raids this morning. I mean, how did it go? Because, I'll be honest, right? During my playthrough of, I believe it's Sword Shield, right? I actually chose Sobble. Like, unironically, I chose Sobble for the Pokemon for the start of that playthrough. In fact, I can tell you just about every single Pokemon I have ever started with. And, like, you'll see the pattern, right? So, my first ever Pokemon for Gen 1. In fact, I'm actually gonna... This is gonna require a fair bit of writing, so I'm just gonna open this up. So, I have knowledge of every single Pokemon I have ever started with. Like, the first time around I've ever played a Pokemon game. I know every single Pokemon I started with, right? So, Gen 1, was actually Bulbs. I can at least spell. So Bulbs. Gen 2, my starter was Chikorita. Gen 3, it was Torchic. Gen 4, and this is going to be surprising because this is not my favorite starter for Gen 4 now. It was actually Chimchar. But it's now changed to Piplup. Gen 5, it was... Okay, Gen 5 is Black and White. It was Snivy. And this also changed. It used to be Snivy, it's now Oshawott. Gen 6, I've never played Gen 6. Gen 7, I initially... It went as bad as you expected, going to the different spots with D plus people being within like 15 minutes. I wouldn't know. I've never tried a Gigantamax raid on Pokemon Go. Gen 7, I actually picked Litterman. Gen 8, I picked, as I said, Sobble. And Gen 9, I picked Sprigatito. Like, not a joke, I did legitimately pick Sprigatito, despite knowing, like, what its final Evo was. To be honest, I don't give a shit. Like Florgato? Like, their evolutionary line is stupid broken, right? Because you've got, like, Sprigatito, which... I'm going to recommend this video to anyone who is interested in challenge runs of Pokemon. Alpha Reds Can I Beat Pokemon Violet, I believe it was, with only Sprigatito, has the most batshit insane move pool I have ever seen on a starter Pokemon. Like, not a joke. Like, that thing is broken. And then there's like the Mystery Dungeon games. I think my first ever starter for Mystery Dungeon Red and Blue was, I want to say, Charmander. G-Max raids take like 20 people max, and that's if they all have tanks like Blissies to take hits. Tanks hits and heal others while the rest do damage. Okay, so what, like regular G-Max raids, more or less? Actually, regular G-Max raid is the wrong way to phrase that. It's probably closer to normal Terra raids, right? Where somebody is main tank and then everyone else is doing damage. Well, actually, that's wrong. Sets up support while everyone else is doing damage. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna at least do it right. Also, I got 98% one. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, I'm gonna sort that out a bit. I'm gonna do this first. So, looking at forward movement for walking. Oh, and I got a Hundo Drillbur in the wild. That's rare as hell. And also, Drillbur's... I don't think it's meta, but it's not bad either. Like, I think Drillbur has some niche cases in certain legendary fights, although it has been a while since I've played any type of raid. Yeah, I'm just going to do the tilting from side to side the way I did it before. So, the low pose. Actually, make sure the rotation is even. Yeah, okay. And then after lunch, I walked with my boyfriend, got a shiny Drillbur. What is it with you and Drillburs, Foxy? So, the weight is on the foot. Let's say -6 for this. literally have been trying to get that one for ages, for real. I mean, congratulations. And then I actually want to delete. Okay, I'm gonna start removing keyframes that I don't need. I don't need scale keyframes. Like, I don't need any of these, so these can go. And then I can work with this just a smidge easier. So these can skedaddle. Same with that one. I can duplicate this to the other contact nodes. I can copy these. So copy that and so it leans towards there. And then roughly halfway through it's fine, and then it goes to the inside. Okay, it's not too bad. It's kind of adorable when you think about it. It's like it's just walking. It has no arms, no legs. Well, sorry, no arms, no hands, no thoughts behind those eyes. It is just walking and vibes. I wish I could be that blissfully head empty, honestly, chat. I wish that were me. I was gonna get on Dragon Adventures to try and sell more dragons, but I honestly am just too EP. Fair enough. I'll just chill here. Yeah, fair enough, Foxy. Alright. So I've got the head rotation from side to side. I probably want to do the up and down next. So the low. I want to go down around about 5 degrees. And then up, I want it to be probably -7. -7 on the actual X rotation, not what I'm doing. -8. Let's try that. That should be fine. And then I can copy that. Control Shift V. This one. Just make sure it's fine. Probably is a little too exaggerated, or maybe not enough. It's hard to tell whether something's too exaggerated or not exaggerated enough purely just by looking at it sometimes. Probably this needs to be down just a bit further. Make this 7. And then make this one the same. How do I feel about this? Probably less on the down and more on the up. Let's try -9. So 5 and -9. Okay, that works just slightly better. Now, how are the knee pops doing? There's a fair bit of popping in there. I can deal with that a bit. So, the next thing I need to take into consideration is this movement here on the foot. I don't really want to be rocking backwards and forwards like that. So, in order to fix that, ugh, this is so frustrating. I accidentally broke the back of my chair Thursday night when I was playing Monster Hunter World Wilds, rather, with boyfriend. So now when I press too hard on the arms, it falls down and I can't get it to stay in place. That is a bit rough. Wait, so I'm just thinking, you press too hard on the arms, it falls down. So what falls down, the entire chair or the back of the chair? Because either way, it should not be doing that. The back? Like, I'm sorry, I just don't know how that happens. So passing that's supposed to be on. So I have no idea why this is. So get rid of this. The less I have to look at, the better. That goes straight down. That is so strange. I think it's the rotation on this that's being a bit janky. So what if I vector this? Like, this shouldn't be. So this does not change the rotation. Maybe it's the X rotation. Okay, so the rotation. That needs to start coming up around about. Like, it's still in the thing it's meant to be in, but it just pushes itself down to where the head rests on the neck. And headrest is on the neck instead of where my head should be. Okay. Okay, that should be good. That one there has a nice smooth transition. Like that. And now it's not doing this weird rocking thing, which is always a great start. good here. Alright, nice. And then this side. Alright, so this one here needs to be. In fact, I might even just make this one just to make my life slightly easier. Ah, but that's far too sharp of a transition. Maybe it needs to be moved a bit faster. Maybe this up one doesn't even need to be there at all. Because, like, the foot thing here is just going to be really strange. But yeah, gonna have to get a whole new chair for when I move out, which is annoying since you know how expensive those damn things are. Yeah, no kidding. I think my own chair, like the one that I've been using for the past several years, was like $500. Like, however much I paid for it wasn't cheap. And for those of you who are going to clip this out of context, 500 New Zealand dollars. That's roughly 250 freedom units. Yeah, I just don't like the sudden transition between these two. Like, that's correct, but then also the foot being up should be correct. Maybe it needs to transition faster. Okay, that's probably a smidge better. But yeah, I'm gonna have to change the toe movement. That's fine though. Now what I can do is go back to the note sheet. So that here's a way to do this. So I need the foot movement. So copy this. So copy this in this exact position. Paste this. There's Control Shift. Control Shift B. Shift D. Plus 4. Grab these and line these as well. Now, that's going to do is it's going to copy this entire thing over to the other side. And then what I can do is I can just delete these keyframes on the outside, and all of a sudden I have fully working feet. Cool. So I've got the movement down. Honestly, can't ask for any more appropriate music for now with doing this specific character. Just this specific music. Could not ask for any more thing more fitting. Thank you, playlist. Very cool. So, save a copy of that. Oh, actually, come to think of it, I am pretty close to getting the ability to get VIP badges as well. I believe, 4 followers off. And then I can possibly even do like a Wheel of Fortune for VIP if anyone is wanting me to do that for channel points as well. Alright, so we've got that movement. A lot of need pops. Actually, I'm not going to do anything outright this second. I'm just going to double check all my movements first. So, the next thing that I'm worried about is the position of the feet. So, the inward swing, the outward swing, all that sort of stuff. I also want to double check. So... Graph editor. So this should be so these two here. So now that should be directly under the character on the passing movement. I wonder if this here is necessary or not. I could probably get away with vectoring these two as well. Yeah, it should be fine. And now I can do the same thing for the other side. So, grab all the keyframes of this thing. Grab all the keyframes of this. Copy that. And now, get rid of all these. Shift V. And now, Shift D 24. And G minus 2. Alright, cool. Those and nice. Okay, I don't think it's too bad. I am definitely going to need to do something about the knee pops though. Because I don't even need to double check the tracking on this to know that it's popping. So what I can show, like what I can demonstrate to you chat, is I can actually so these are the tweaks for the various parts of the legs. What I can do is I can actually calculate the bone paths on this. Oh, I just want this one though. And I can see, hey look, the leg, the knee, pops in weirdly on this frame for some reason. So it goes in and then immediately pops out. So maybe I want to ease up on this just a little bit. So in order to do that, what I can do is I can actually... So I've got a couple of different options on how I can fix this. I can either draw the foot out further on, I believe it's this contact frame. So I can draw the leg out further, which would maybe give it... Okay, maybe even back in a bit. Okay, so the option here is to actually just drag this back in. And also what I can do is I can actually just rotate this. So, like, that's a more reasonable pop as opposed to what I had previously. So now I can copy this. So this is... Oh. So I need this one here. I copy it from here. Control C. This. Shift V. Take this. 24. Grab minus 12. This stuff. And now I should have fixed the leg composition hopefully. Oh, something interesting's on here. Now what has happened here? This can't be following the same path, can it? Yeah, that's not following the same path at all. Okay, it's because this one here also, I think I've changed it. So, copy this. And then over here. Oh, I think I've messed up a couple of things here, chat. So this one here, because I was messing around with the contact on this one, I need to duplicate this here and set it back to this one. So yeah, that should all be up there now. Okay, so the pop isn't so bad now. Now, why would that be showing something completely different? Okay, for some reason the path is off. Interesting. Oh, it's because this hasn't been like both of these haven't been duplicated. Okay, so that's a lot better now. So now these two here. So copy these. Delete them both. And then Shift D, 24, and this, minus 12. Oh, minus 12. And now all this stuff I can delete, and this should fix, hopefully. Yeah, so now this shouldn't be as janky. Just grab this and bare bone parts. So now I shouldn't have to deal with that anymore. Yeah, the pops on that is so much better to look at now. Cool. So I got a little boy just vibing here. Maybe I can give the rotation a little bit more oomph on that downwards motion. Maybe to 9. And then this one here can be 9 as well. There we go, that's a bit nicer. He is just going back and forth, living his best life. Hell yeah. Something that's going to be really interesting too is, especially if I get to doing full animations for YouTube and whatnot, is I'm probably going to be acting a lot. So maybe that's another incentive, is releasing acting videos. So, like, every so often, if somebody pays enough, I'll release something that I was personally acting in. And this could lead to some quite interesting situations, because there is, later on down the course I'm taking, there is an acting for animators bit of the program. And, okay, so as everyone in chat knows, I have been having massive issues with doing like the generic bouncing ball animations. And I've been thinking about doing a parody of the Stop Posting About Among Us video. But instead of Stop Posting About Among Us, it's Stop Posting About Animated Balls. That would certainly be something for my instructor to witness. That's for sure. Okay, so we've got that going. So now I think the only real thing I need to do here is follow through and overlap the toes. So these things here. So it does that. Now what I want to do with this here is I actually want to make this long. So it does that. So it flops like that. And then this one here on this contact frame. So on the contact frames, I want these to be hitting the ground. Almost. So I want this to be rotated upwards. And then on frame 17, so he launches his foot up. So this is the up pose. So why is this not rotated upwards? Weird. I thought I fixed that. When I edited it with the handles, I wonder if I've gone a little bit too far. I'll grab this one frame later. Wait, that's the wrong one. Hmm. So yeah, like it does hit the ground. It probably needs to be like I need to change the easing on this. So grab drag editor. So this is the X rotation. Maybe this is right. Okay. This is going. Yeah, the follow through on that's not quite sharp. Like I want the effect for it to hit the ground first and then basically just fly into the position I want it to. If I change this one, affected, that just messes with this one. Okay, so now it should. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. So this rotation here, this does not need to be nearly as steep as this. Okay, it's a little bit better. Cool. And this probably could stand to make this a little bit much. This is the Y. Alright, let's just copy and paste all this over to the other side. Copy that. And then delete all these. Grab those ones, and there we go. Oh, something's weird's going on there. Okay, so that's doing what's supposed to. It seems to be weirdly clipping into the bow. Okay, let's try this thing. And that is that. Yeah, I think that's a bit cleaner. So I'm going to grab all of these, copy them. This. So these ones should be weak. So now the only thing I need to do is grab all the data from here, copy that, Actually, that's the wrong one, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, so copy all this data. Paste that. That's 12. And delete those. So now, it's now got a little bit of overlap and follow through on those feet. Nice. Hell yeah, little buddy. He is definitely schmoving now, that's for sure. Alright, now time to do the final little auxiliary stuff that I was doing this guy before. So, leg swings. When he lifts his leg up and swings slightly inwards. In fact, I actually probably want to do rotation first. So, yeah. I want to rotate this. In fact, hang on, I want to rotate this. I want to rotate it, say, negative 15 degrees. And same with this one. Actually, that's just regular 15, never mind. Hey, don't forget. And 15 net. Cool. So now he's doing his little wobbling walk. Okay, I think that's good. So I just need to double check all my movements. Ah, okay, yeah, that's going to be a problem. Because now the foot's no longer in the correct position. It's now, weirdly enough, it seems to be... Okay, I've certainly messed something up here. The leg is not doing what it's supposed to. Okay, so I guess at some point with the contact, it was decided that it didn't want to play ball. That's strange. Now, why would it do that? Let's just change all this then. And this one, I'll change to regular 15. Now, if I look at this, it should be fine. Okay, it seems that editing the IKs does some terrible stuff. So yeah, definitely editing the IKs messes about with this. So maybe don't do that. Maybe I can change the rotation of this, but it doesn't really help. I think probably the most accurate is to hmm. Do I have to rotate this entire block? But if I rotate the entire thing, it's just gonna act weird. That's just the thigh. Can't rotate. How did I fix this last time? Because I know I had the rotation last time. But if I rotate the IK, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, the passing is still fine. Just double checking to make sure that I've got everything still functioning correctly. Yeah, it seems like messing about with the IK definitely does some stuff that I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna try and rotate this. I'm gonna say in the minus. And then rotate that 8 degrees. So I don't know why these are here. There's no need. So now that should be fine. Okay, no, that certainly is not. Okay, so this thing is just decided it wants to be very uncooperative tonight. That sounds about right. Be interesting to do like jumping references and whatnot. Like, how would a sphere with no arms even jump? Okay, that is not helpful. Okay, so all of this is correct. I'm gonna save another. And then I'm gonna attempt to do this again. Actually, it's -8. Where it's supposed to be. Okay, it certainly messes with some stuff by try doing that. would it do so? Maybe it's because I'm not taking the rest of the rotation into consideration. So get rid of that. Rotating this is not going to help me. Oh, is it maybe because I was accidentally copy pasting the... Oh, it's probably because of that. So if I delete this... Oops, did not mean to delete the location. So now this should work. Okay, that's a bit better. And then the same with this one. Get rid of the word rotation here. And then this one needs to be 8 degrees. Back. Okay, cool. I think I've gotten everything so far. I wonder if I should animate his mouth as well. I suppose technically I have the time. I've done the rotation. Ah, the other thing I haven't done yet. I haven't done any leg swinging yet. Okay, so the position of this thing. So on the up, I want this to be moved. Moving the X by, say, like 1. Contact it's not the correct position. No, that is correct. So I want this to be 0. No, that's the passing. I want it to be 0 on the low. And then I'll have this move. And the X 0.03. And then the X location here is already non-existent, so don't need to worry about that. So have a look at that front. So the Y, what even needs to go? Sorry, the X needs to go. Okay. And now the same for this side. And this one is -0.05. Okay, that should be. I don't think the neat pop is too bad. I'll be able to see it. Okay, I think the pop has returned with a vengeance. So, time to see what is going on with this. So it's popping. It's going quite fast and far too. So this motion here, what I need to do to grab this one. I'm gonna try the. So I want in location. Just a little bit, not enough to. So probably a little bit. Okay, that's a bit better. Make sure I do this. There we go. Now this shouldn't be nearly as vicious. And then the back should. What's going on with the back? Needs to be a bit more rounded. Now, why isn't it doing that? Okay, so that's not the one that I wanted to do. It needs to be higher. It's not as clean cut as I'd like it to be. Okay, that's just going to lead to more neat pops. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. It actually doesn't look that bad now that I think about it. Bone palms. And let's see what we've got here. Okay, it's not awful. Take a quick view from the front as well while I'm here. Maybe the swinging is a bit much, and that's why I'm picking up weird popping. It's not actually popping, it's just that the swinging is far too much. Okay, so this one here. Let's half this. And same with this side. That. Okay, I think that looks alright. And like, another thing I could do as well is I could just, have that going. think I've gotten everything down pat. So he's just gonna keep on walking. Hmm. Anything else I can do here? Probably not. In fact, I'm gonna end off the stream here. Because I can't think of anything else to do. And I would like to do a couple of things tonight, because it is getting dark a lot quicker now that it's actually coming to winter. So, rating. Do I have anyone from my chat to have a look at? No, apparently not. Thankfully, Twitch actually stays muted when I ask it to, so when I go to actually check and see who in my followed is actually live, like, it's not going to do anything silly. Anyway, I shall see y'all tomorrow, where I should actually be switching back to the Sly Cooper modeling streams. I've still got that project to finish. It might take me a bit longer, but we'll see what happens with it. Anyway, I shall see y'all next time.